Hello, welcome to another Python class. From the last class, we were talking about lessons like ChatGPT answers and then the like. So some of you might be asking questions. You didn't actually see what it does, but I explained that in this current lesson you are listening to now is the one we are going to see the visual uh, connection of everything we have been learning so far, where somebody can operate it on the front end and you have back end. So for this class, I edited this our lesson to like ChatGPT to have this code here. So you go to the lesson two commands. So you are going to see where I even did it step by step what to do, like insert so and so this code here. You just follow everything I've written here. I took my time to write it step by step, even for when something does not work, try the next one. I did everything here. So I am still going to do a bit of explanation because the video is too short if I stop it now. So let me just show you what is inside. So you have this code that has changed from the previous code. So this what this code does is to it's something called CORS. So like for it to not break when it's connecting. Now we go to our so if you see our folder, our project structure. So in this our project structure now, I created a file called Frontend. Yeah, inside this our content scraping folder. In this Frontend folder, if you go to lesson 2, you will see how this command.txt. So you will see how all those things came to be. So you can see I say create a front end folder in your project folder, cd front end. So this cd means enter into the folder front end. Then just follow this, you will get what I'm trying to say there. So I'll just go to my terminal to run what I've done so far. So you follow this guide to understand what I've been done because of time. So now me, I'm going to you remember our previous lesson where I was saying that we have to switch to Python 3.1. So the same thing. So go check that lesson and see what I'm trying to see what I'm doing here. So I've pressed enter my terminal. So but in the previous lesson, I still discussed this too in the previous lesson before this one, where I say we are going to introduce view to this one. So yeah, so I'm going to run that this like ChatGPT in our fast API. So it has to be running down. So I have to press enter on it to run down. So when it's finished running, waiting for it to run. When it finish running, so I'll do the next thing. Okay, waiting for application to start up. Okay, it shouldn't take time. It should be done in no seconds now. Okay, yeah, so it's complete. So you see this plus here when you have in your terminal now. Now we now have back end, we now have front end. So in the front end now, I want to enter into the front end. So I'll press this plus in the terminal that says new tab. So here now I'm in content scraping the full folder, but I want to enter into front end there. I'm going to write cd like this and then type front end. Then press enter. I'm now inside front end. I want to still go to this rag UI. So you understand how this come to be if you check this command there to understand what I did there. So I'm going to also cd to rag.ui, press enter. So now I'm now there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run npm run dev. So I even still explain what is npm there. So if you don't have in this place, you should install. So it's Node.js. So you install it from here when you visit in your browser. For if you are using Mac, if you are using Linux, all this version of software are there. So you just go there and install. So I'm going to press enter. So when I press enter, my front end is now running. It's running on localhost 5173. So also this one is only on the localhost itself directly. So if you go through my code here, you understand where it is. But let me just quickly explain what it is. So we are going to there's a dot env inside this rag.ui. So this dot env now is like where this front end should go and connect. So the front end should connect to this 121, and you understand what this 121 is the first time. We've done this before. If you visit it, go to slash docs rather slash docs. So you see that the same thing we've been doing before. You see, this is our fast API. So we're now telling our own front end now to go connect to that same particular, instead of us to go into the browser every time to click and click. So this code front end is going to connect to it. Now, so this is how you connect to it. So just go through the code, you understand most of the things that I've written there, especially in the app.view. So this app.view is where the code itself come to be. So So I just say quote rag because of what we have been doing so far. So I'm using Tailwind CSS. I also put how to install Tailwind CSS. You can also read more about Tailwind CSS yourself. So I'm going to leave all this like this, but is this just normal HTML that you know? So if you know Vue before, good for you. You just continue. So Vue is not that hard. It's just like HTML, but you put it inside templates. But don't forget, it's still also HTML too. If you go down to index of HTML here, you see the HTML how it come to be. So this is how the view was bundled into. So it's still HTML. The only thing different is just this view that has been bundled. So every other thing that come to be, the vite.config, the tailwind. By the time you follow my guide, all this you should have all this in your own this thing. So by the time you play around it, you understand what it does. So this is the code that is calling. This is the code that is calling. This is the code that is calling the. This is the code that is calling. That's our fast API. So let's just go test it now. So by when I did npm run dev there, a code came out here. So I'm going to copy and open the I say code, sorry, the link where this one is going to be on. So I copy. So if I go to my new tab here, if I paste it here now, so paste and go. So you are going to see a UI. So this so you can change all what is here in your own code. So if you follow our previous lesson, you understand what all these are doing here. The characters were coming here. Then if you follow the previous lesson too, you understand what is here too. So it's still the same thing that is here. If I go to axe and I click on try it out, so you see uh the same thing that it says. So I just coded it inside the front end side. This is where your users can now interact. Your user don't have to be coming here every time to understand what is here. So you build a front end for them to understand it. So I'm going to just write what I like using Word. So I'll just write Word. Or you can just do whatever you want. This is just for me to test. If I click on Axe, it's going to load. So now why I did this for you is that we are doing something called same network. So you might have the same issue with you. So if you watch, I'm using Mozilla Firefox already for this particular. So the error you are getting now, if you go to inspect element and then you go to console, yeah, you will see it says origin policy. That's CORS. It always happen like that if you're on localhost. But when you take your app to production, you will not get that error again. So, but for us to quickly fix the error, that's why I choose Mozilla to fix the error. So if you watch, I have something here. If you watch my button here, so there's this CORS disabled. This, if I click on this now, so I can show you how to install it. So if you go to your, if you go to extension, this extension now, then you click on extension here itself. So this is the one that I installed. So see this CORS everywhere. This is the one I'm using. So just go to your Google and type CORS everywhere. CORS everywhere plugin. So you find the plugin. The plugin is there for Mozilla. So when you click, it's also on Chrome. It's also, but I just prefer Mozilla. But you can find it on Chrome. So you just install. I already have it here. So just install next. If you don't know how to install it, you can just go to Google search again and just type how to install plugin on Firefox browser. Don't worry, your users will not be installing this. This is just development comma. So if I show you how to fix this, it's going to be long. So it's faster method for you to just move ahead. That's what I just show you. So when you install it, just press that green for it to show green. If it's on, if you install it from before, it will be on red. Now it will be on. If I click it, will be on green. So if I click ask again now, I should have answers now coming in. So you say the word as we have created is a processor for it. So this is what we have been doing so far. So if you go through my code, you understand how I did all this. And then this preview retriever too, if you also go to the code, you also understand what is also going here too, the seconds it take, just the way I did it in the previous one. If you execute from here, you will see those data also coming up. Now all those extra data will be useful for you when you are doing big projects in future. So if I will challenge you now, I gave you a previous assignment from the previous class. So on that assignment now from here now, you can do the interface like ChatGPT. The interface like ChatGPT. So you can make it like when somebody type something and then press answer there, it should come up in the face. I just did this because of training, because of lesson. So to learn more about Tailwind, just go to your new tab. Tailwind is not one big thing, it's very simple. So just go to Tailwind CSS. So just learn what Tailwind is. Now, let me give you a bonus. Tailwind is very simple. You can even copy their code and paste in your code. You are good to go. So Tailwind is like a very fine UI. Like it has fine UI for HTML. It makes your coding work easier. You will just build something small, and then you have a lot of fine interface to play around with. Now, if you go to their docs, go to the docs of Tailwind, you can learn more about different things that they have there. You can learn like how to do flex, how to do. So just take your time, study it. You can even go to Google. You can go to YouTube and type learn, but you don't have to go there and do all those long stories. It's just the CSS, just the class. So if you just and they also have a preview of what each thing does. So and then another bonus again I want to leave you with. They also have what they call components. So Tailwind have components. You just say Tailwind. I think it's on Tailwind UI. Tailwind have components. It's on Tailwind UI, tailwindui.com. So when you go there, is there free? This is no. I think Tailwind UI. Yeah, this is it. Tailwind UI. So if you go to their site now, so you can see different things that you can use for your own project. So for example, now let me click on see more here. So you can see different kind of interface, but I'm talking about application UI. So if I click application UI here now, I can see different like form, like different UI that I can use for my application. Let me just find one that is somehow related to what we are looking for. So if you click them, they are always free. So if I come here now, like this one, they have text area now. You can use this for that your chat GPT interface side. Although some of their stuff are also paid. You see get code, but they have the free ones. So if I click on get code here now, you can just copy the code. Okay, this one is so just play around it. They have free, it's not paid all throughout. They have free like this input group now they have free this okay so this is the code if you like this kind of interface for it, so you just click on code here, so you can copy this code and paste in your code and then it will work. If you follow my tutorial very well, how to install Tailwind is there, and I think they also have for view too. So if you click on view, you see the one for view come out, but what they just did for view, they just only put template here and template down here. That's all. It's still the same thing. You will just copy here, then you're good to go. Then they also have React, but if you know React, you can go check for React, use React. So now I'm not talking bad against React, but you see how long this code is for something simple you want to achieve. So for view is just like normal HTML and it's very simple and it's also faster than React. So yeah, that's it for now. So if you have any questions to what we've done so far, feel free to reach out. I will answer you. Thank you. See you in the next lesson. So the next lesson, I'm still compiling what to be in the next lesson. So I will also notify you when the next lesson is available. Thank you.